Hello, lovely family and friends, and warm welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well by God's grace. I am doing very well too. Thank you. My name is Samira. If you're new here, a warm welcome to you too. And please consider subscribing to this channel because here we do amazing things and we make amazing recipes. Okay, so today, I want to share with you this kenkey recipe. Okay, so I've shared kenkey on my channel before. I'll link it for you if you want to see that one. But this one, for that particular kenkey, I bought the Corndough, right? But with this kenkey, I made a Corndough myself, and I promised to bring you this recipe. So here we are. Look at that kenkey. It doesn't get better than this. Okay, so stay tuned and I will show you how I achieved this. In the meantime, I will link the Corndough recipe for you so that you can make your own Corndough at home and make your delicious kenkey. Let's get into it. So here's our Corndough. Remember, this is how we packaged it and froze it. Okay, so I left it out overnight and it has stored nicely and it is ready to go, right? So a few things to pay attention to, okay, when you're making kenkey, for you to get the best texture, the best consistency, right? A few things need to be taken into account. So, for instance, your Corndough, if you can see what I'm doing, I'm breaking my Corndough, right? You can measure it if you want, but as in measure it on a scale by weight. But here I'm just using a random bowl to just measure it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide it. The ratio is 2:1. Okay, so I have two bowls of Corndough on the right and one bowl of Corndough on the left. Okay, so one will be used to make the aflata, which is the banku, and then at this point I realized that if I use the bowl it won't be enough, so I used a smaller bowl. So I used my measuring cup to measure it. Okay, so yeah, fairly equal portions. Okay, when I say fair equal portions, I don't mean as in equal in both sides. I mean like equal as in using the cups or a bowl to measure, right? Because you cannot get very accurate weight or quantity when you are using the bowls. But then 2:1, right? So this is our one, right? We're going to add water and we are going to mix it and then we make the banku. Okay, so when you're making the banku, don't think you are making banku to eat. Okay, no, you are just, don't forget to add your salt. This is where you add your salt and you make sure you add enough salt to be able to season both this one and the raw one that is sat on the table. You understand? Okay, so enough salt. It is a tray with mukra. If the salt is too much here, that's fine. It will balance it out when you add it to the raw Corndough. Okay, and you make sure your banku at this stage is very soft. Don't be tempted to make in between. Let it be soft. Okay, because when your mixture is soft, it guarantees a very soft and malleable kenkey. Just say, right? So I've added the banku or the aflata to the dry Corndough, and at this point it was very hot, so I left it to cool down. Now it has cooled down and I've come back and I am mixing it like my very life depends on it, right? So pay attention as I'm mixing. You see that I am breaking the Corndough, right? So some of them form little lumps. I'm trying to break them down as much as possible. I cannot do all of it, but as much as I can get it to, it will be fine. But what I find is because there's moisture in this thing, I'm going to leave it to sit until the following day. But because there's moisture in it, the moisture is going to melt down all those lumps that will be left. So in the morning, you come and you mix it, and it's like the lumps have disappeared. Magic. So these are the leaves I'm going to use to wrap my kenkey. Okay, I washed it in vinegar and soaked it, okay, and rehydrated it, right? It usually comes very hard. Yeah, and there I've shown you my peppercorns. When I make kenkey, if you watch my other video, you see that I like to put things in my kenkey. It's just for the avoidance of doubt, because I have watched other people make kenkey on YouTube before I became a YouTuber. And the kenkey was so good, I followed the recipe verbatim to the latter. And my kenkey came out like great, like to say a boy. Hard kenkey. So when I'm making mine, for you not to doubt that what I made is what you see, I put in things like popcorn kernels or black pepper. So here I'm wrapping my kenkey. I'll show it to you again. So don't worry about me, rattling on about peppercorn, right? So that is the reason why someone asked me, why do you put in the black peppercorns and the popcorn kernel, right? I didn't put popcorn kernel this time. I only use black peppercorn. It's so that when I open the kenkey, you will see that is the same kenkey that we molded. That is the same kenkey that I've cooked. That's the same kenkey that I've opened for you to see, so that you see that the recipe actually works. It is the recipe. Okay? Maasame eden kakra. Me call law school. Nti maasame eden kakra. Nti mama maasame nyeden. I just don't want any doubt. So here you mold the dough, right, or the mixture, and you put it in one leaf, and you use some of the leaves to cover it until all of it is covered. So luckily for me, this one, I was able to use just 2 leaves to be able to cover the entire. Sometimes you have to use more if the leaves are kind of short, okay? So you just twist it around and you open one side and you you push the ends of the leaves in it. And that is where I pour my peppercorns in it. And I put another leaf in it. That is for me to know which one I have put the peppercorns in. Otherwise, maybe you don't so. And so you'll be surprised to be the last one. So I use this to differentiate it so that I'll know. Because I'm making a lot of kenkey, as you notice very soon. Sister-in-law be about peppercorn. But trust me, I ate it in 3 days. 3 days now, sir. So yeah, I've got my saucepan ready. I am ready to cook the kenkey. So I've got extra leaves. You need extra leaves to put in your saucepan to prevent it from burning, because they tend to burn. I don't understand those. So you have to put these leaves in it to prevent the thing from burning, okay? Otherwise, when you're dokunusio, I remember it because dokunusio used to be our dinner. Hey, dokunura no being penny de kappa kwa you dokunusio. Near no near that. Oh, already yes. We've come a long way. So yeah, that is it. So I just pack it into the saucepan. It's a very big pot, right? And then I top it up with more leaves. If you don't have more leaves, you can use a plastic bag or anything to cover it, or you get the cover to cover it, and it will still cook. All that you need to do for it to boil, so that the steam is steaming. We are steaming the kenkey basically, so it doesn't usually need a lot of water. But me, dear, I don't take chances. I add water to the level of the last kenkey, okay? Then I cover it and I let it boil. So I cooked it. I set my timer and I cooked this kenkey for 4.5 hours, okay? So after 4 hours, the kenkey was ready, but I just left it on for an additional 30 minutes, just in case, therefore, bibi anko iya, not just say, yeah. So in the middle there, I added water. When it was about 2 hours, I added more water, and I added hot water, not cold water. If you add cold water, it will bring the temperature down, and if it ababa boil biome and September precise as same BBC dokono na ebeche and I BBC meaning to add hot water. Why? And I use a kitchen foil to cover it so that the steam will be contained in it, and then the kenkey will come out nicely. And it is 4 hours now. My alarm has gone pim 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 pim, and then I've come to check. Baby dokono so said dokono is soft. Me the burn him no ehuni ye. Ona body come here if soft. Men cry, I can't cry be today me to have spoken some of the gang. Mama said that the I soft. She said, "Me come to me can be to me find. So this is why I left it for it to steam another 30 minutes and for it to cool down completely, and then I served it. Now, just look at the kenkey. You be beard or cronumo. Black peppercorns, then you will see the texture of this kenkey. Wow, I made me a woman cry. Send a levy a blueprints. I will use footprints and blueprints. Well, to me say yes. So now you can see the black peppercorn. There's no way I could have gotten the black peppercorn in after the kenkey is cooked. So this is the kenkey we actually made. And look at the texture. Share dokuno papa bini. And I'm also saying, Charlie, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now, because this kenkey is bomb. And like the video, share it. So that people can. They said Ghana I had dokuno boy. They said dokuno 3 cities. Make your own kenkey. And I've showed you how. That is the best way to make. And I have another kenkey recipe that I have discovered. Wait for it, it's coming. You know. Wow, mo share dokuno no. Me ba Ghana baby kenkey kenkey a friend say house. No my dokuno ton. Me nye sika chu me ba because of kenkey waiting. I'm coming to Ghana. I'm relocating. Please like and share the video, please. And don't buy Ghana kenkey, 11 kenkey for 3 cedis. Patron, make your own kenkey and use this recipe. Share it and God will bless you. Thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful to all of you. God bless you. And I'm leaving you and I'll continue eating my kenkey. And I'll see you in the very next one. Bye.